Morning, Tony.
How you doing, Lorcan? All right? This video, we're going to do a pumpkin special.
Why?
Because it's that time of the year it is, yeah? And you have already started. Let me just show you. He started his own because he's going to have that in the window. I have mine here. I didn't mess around with mine because I'm being serious. I have a pumpkin which I'm going to prepare for eating, not for playing around as you did, okay?
And take your mask off now.
Yeah, thanks, I will
It's
do.
too ugly.
Yeah. All right, okay. Pumpkins, not bad. These are around about €3, you said this morning?
I got the two of them for a fiver in Super
Okay, well that's
stores.
great value for money it is, okay. The only thing is there is a bit of preparation and you do need the right equipment. I have a good strong sturdy knife here. You'll need one of those. It's got a serrated edge which is quite good. I have this for my carving tool and I have a spoon for scooping. Now you did say to me, oh, you have carving tools. Well, good. If you have money to waste on carving tools, go ahead and spend that money or waste that money on it. Me, I'm more practical. Right, let me show you what I've done. I have taken the top off and I was careful with this, and what I did was I just worked that around nice and slowly. First thing I had to do was to remove these. These are the seeds, and here, this is not flesh. This is a very stringy part of it, okay? Now I did take that out as well, and you'll notice that is different from the colour. Can you see the difference in the colour of the text and the texture of the flesh and these stringy bits here which are attached to the seeds?
Yeah.
Well, if nothing else, I can do something with those seeds. If all else fails, I can actually put them in the ground and grow them for next year. Now, I have around about ½ kilo of pumpkin flesh. I have some soft brown sugar.
How much? Just a little bit.
You will weigh it. Tell me how much went into it.
Oh, well, 100 grams.
100 grams of soft brown sugar. I have 2 eggs, 1 egg yolk, some fresh cream. I have some cinnamon, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and ½ teaspoon of nutmeg, and a little bit of fresh ginger.
Lovely.
Okay, and that will be the filling.
Right, Tony, what do we do?
Right, we're making a pumpkin pie. We have to cook the pumpkin first of all. Some people say steam it, some people say saute it. We're going to saute it. I have a little bit of butter here, which I'll put in here, and I have my pumpkin, which I've already chopped up. Okay, and I'm going to stick that in. I also have at the back, I have 10 ounces or 250 mils of cream, which I'm simmering gently, and I'm over here watching it because I don't want it to boil over. You know, these things do happen.
Getting quite a lot of steam there. We'll turn on the fan.
There is, yeah. I'll use the scissors.
If you could please put the frying pan on the ring.
Sorry.
Thank you.
God, you're always going on to me about that.
I'm going to keep doing it until you get it right.
I've got my silicone paper or my baking parchment. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to leave that now for around about 10 minutes to saute. Okay, Lorcan, it's had around about 10 minutes now. Now, you did ask, how do you know whether it's cooked? You'll see here, it's starting to go to a puree. It's very mushy.
Well, I get a closer shot of that now. Just hold that steady for a sec. Okay, show me the mushy.
The mushiness.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to add my sugar. And I'm going to add my spices. I have my 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and approximately ½ teaspoon of nutmeg and clove mixture. And we'll mix that in. You're getting the cinnamon and you're getting the nutmeg in there as well. Okay, the cream is simmered nicely and I'm going to pour that in. I'm just going to bring that up to the boil. I have some fresh ginger which I'm going to add. Here's my 2 eggs and my 1 egg yolk, and I'm just going to beat those up. About this a little bit of time. You getting that?
Yeah, and I have to say it looks revolting.
It may look revolting. You've got to taste this. Taste that now and you tell me what you think. It tastes better than it looks.
It tastes lovely actually, it's quite sweet.
Okay.
It reminds me of apple pie.
Right. The face. Okay, our filling's done. We're now going to let that cool down, and in the meantime we're going to make a pastry. And I'm just moulding this up the size. We've got to bake this blind.
I remember that from before.
You do? Good.
So
We've got a baked blind, and the reason being, because this is a liquid, this mixture we have for the pumpkin pie is very liquidy.
Yeah.
We've got to make sure this is set and there's no holes in it before we put that in. Otherwise, you know what'll happen?
It'll leak.
It'll leak like Billy-O. Now that goes into the oven around about 15 minutes just to set it. Not too high, 150 degrees. I only want to set, I don't want to the brown, and then we'll finish the pie. It's had its 15 minutes. Let's take it out. Now, here's a little tip that chefs won't tell you. If it does fall down on the edges like so, just use a spoon, the back of a spoon, just to tuck it in like that. Now, I'm doing this out of necessity because I forgot to bring the beans and the paper to... Oh, I brought the paper, the silicone paper, for my baking blind, but I did forget to bring the beans. Just making sure the bottom is now completely covered in. Okay. Now, here's my mixture. I'm going to give it a good stir up so it gets plenty of the flesh in there. Now, that has taken all that mix. In that goes into the oven. Et voila. The pie has set. And let me show you. Okay, I know it's set. I'm going to put it down here on the table. Sprinkle some icing sugar over the top, like so. And put it back into the oven for around about 5 more minutes, just to brown it off. Okay, it's nearly brown, it's just enough. And what we're going to do is let that cool down. Once it cooled, we'll have that with a bit of cream. And look at that.
That looks fantastic.
Oh, you'd say that, Lorcan, anyway.
I know you have to keep hearing it.
Really, if I'm honest, I would let that set till it's completely cold, but we don't have the time. Okay, look, whoa. There you go. Want to try a little bit of that?
Yes, please. So how do you serve it?
Best way of serving this would be some lovely ice cream, some clotted cream. I much prefer it cold.
A bottle of cream in the way there.
Is it? Oh, okay. Look at that.
Well, this will be a real first. I've never tasted pumpkin pie before.
Come on then, come on. You've got to try some.
Yes, indeed I do.
And we can get rid of all this. And we'll use another slice for the photograph.